everybody. Welcome. Sorry for the light. Okay, it's after sunset and the window is closed, so flying bugs don't come in because I am not a fan. Um, you're, this is Moving Forward with AudryeNow. I'm Audrey. This is Now. We are moving forward, whatever that may look like. So you can set that even as your intention and your affirmation. I am moving forward, whatever it may look like. And I'm doing it with joyousness and creating blessings along the way. So this is a healing podcast. I am an ever-evolving soul doing lots of stuff, psychic, healer, artist, many. Tech, not so much. So our affirmation for today is, yes, I am moving forward with ease, even through the awakening reset that we are involved with. I am moving forward easily, no matter what it looks like. Yes, in the midst of this awakening reset and creating positive change along the way. I am moving forward easily, despite what it may look like, as I create wonderful shifts with an SHIF, as in Frank, TS, along the way. Again, I am. You say this, you feel this, you allow it, you breathe it into your heart, which has a bigger brain than your head and which directs your head. Check the Heart Math Institute. What is it? .org. And you can learn more. This stuff works. So I am moving forward easily, despite what it may look like or feel like, and I am making glorious shifts. That's the SHIF, as in Frank, TS, along the way. Yes, yes. The topic for today's podcast. Okay, where are my glasses? I just had them. Oh, here they are. I have to get my eyes checked, people. I had cataract surgery about 3 years ago, and in the last few weeks, I'm seeing too much blurriness. So the topic for today is opening to higher possibilities. You may not know what it looks like, neither do I. If it's higher possibilities, you have not yet been there, because you know the possibilities that you know. These are higher. This is the time for it, despite what it may seem like. And we will do our breathing attunement momentarily with some beings on this planet being. We're not going to discuss politics. The guides asked me to stay away from that. But I can discuss stuff on the earth, keeping it on a high plane. Yes, please pay attention to whatever you're sensing and feeling and seeing and intuiting. Are you noticing a whole slew of sociopathic behavior? Hopefully, because there is, unfortunately, a whole slew of sociopathic behavior, and there have been for eons. Do we need it? No. If someone has no need for something, you simply You simply let it go. Bye. You can get into why is it here? What did I learn? Do understand if it's in you If you see it in yourself, and pay attention, people. Why is it there? Is it genetic karmic patterning? Did you get it through your bloodline? You can change that. This is not a curse. Let go of that stuff. There are no demons here. This is, if that's a behavior that's in you, then it's important that you take responsibility for it and go beyond. You have to clean it up. There was an old commercial. Oh my God, I forgot. Wow. Somebody spilled something, and you hear a voice in the background, clean it up. That's what we have to do. Do I like cleaning up messes? No, I do not. Do I do it anyway? As much as I can, and sometimes as little as I can. Let's get real. I've said in these podcasts, this is the time for being real. Stop any kind of lying. It might be a lie that I color my hair. If I didn't color it, it'll be all gray. It might even be all white. Not a fan. I like the color. And so it's okay if someone chooses to use enhancements. Be real about it. I've seen some people, I don't watch TV, and I'm in Costa Rica right now, and it's in Spanish. I definitely look at podcasts, either through my laptop or through my phone when I can get it to work properly. And I see people who are billionaires. I am not yet that. And they're gorgeous. And how the heck, how much makeup must they have on? I don't know. They're gorgeous as it is. I remember when I was younger, in my 20s, I also wore more makeup. Now I wear some. And when I can get to the products I really love, which they're not here, and are in a position to get the stuff I really love, I will wear more. Maybe not, maybe so. We're at a time of mammoth transformation, and part of it is acknowledging what's happening. And are things falling apart? Yes. Do they need to? Well, I will ask you, do you like the way things have been happening on our planet? Are you a fan? Are you a fan? Are you fond of fighting and warring and hissing? And I'm not. I choose a very different lifestyle and a very different earth. And I am a passionate person. And yes, I can be argumentative. That's something I watch and take responsibility for. So I refrain from doing that and refrain from triggering other people. I am the one responsible for what comes out of my mouth. Other people are responsibility for how they behave. If I say or do things, if you say or do things, if anyone says or does anything specifically arranged to annoy people, and then if people get annoyed, they have responsibility in that. At the same time, the person who gets annoyed has responsibility for how they respond. We do not have to do that. We can let it go, which apparently many people have issue with. They want to settle every little thing, and they don't, because most of the time they don't even know. You don't, I don't, he doesn't, we don't even understand what every little thing might be. So it can become an exercise in futility or in nitpicking or taking little bits of lint from who knows what without anybody understanding what actually is occurring on the surface, in the middle, and deeper down and through the past. How many people do you know, you, that actually does that? Do you do it for yourself? Do you do it in your own life? If you don't start, you have your entire life to get stuff accomplished as much as possible. That's why go for higher possibilities. If you start with, it's too much, I can't do it, I'll never get there, you're already stopping before you start. So don't do that. If that's the language coming out of your mouth, if that's the language in your head, be aware of that and say, I am stopping this. And you do an affirmation or a breathing attunement, which we will do some now. And again, I've told you I'm keeping them simple so that you will actually do it here with me. And then when you're on your own, like a little tap on my head, when you're on your own, you can do it easily. So we're going to breathe in. I did this one 2 days ago. Breathe in to a count of 4. Hold for a count of similar. Hold for a count of 6. Exhale for a count of 7. We'll do it 4 times. So notice how you feel now. Put your hand on your heart. You can put one on your dantian, your belly button, your stomach, whatever you call that area. And breathe in. Let me get centered. Breathe healing light into your heart. Fill up and gently exhale. Once again, breathe in healing light and golden light into your heart center. Fill up and your lungs. Top of your body, bottom of your body, and gently exhale. Let it go. Breathe in light through the bottoms of your feet, all the way up to your body, including the vagus nerve. Swirl around your brain, switch some out, and then exhale down your body and out from your heart. That was perfect. Now, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Oxytocin. Breathe in. Let go. How do you feel now? In this kind of vibrational energy, because the big deal now is clearing out the clutter, the junk, the outworn attitudes, thought patterns, behaviors, whatever genetic karmic patterning from whomever. You are not being disloyal if you get rid of pattern that hurts you, if you come from a family that uses too much alcohol or that uses amphetamines, and I have taken amphetamines. I used to see a diet doctor when I was a teenager, and they gave me, whoa, pills. And this was before my family or anyone I knew anything about this. Nothing. I was a teen, let's see, I'm born in 1942, 52. I was a teen in the late 50s and in the 60s, and then in my 20s. It was a very interesting time to be that age, let me tell you. And nobody needs it. And at that time, most people didn't know much of anything about any of this stuff. My family knew nothing, nor did I. I had no clue I was putting, well, I know I was taking the pills, but I didn't know they did what they said, what I've now since learned, amphetamines do to the body. At a certain point, after I took diet pills under a doctor's prescription, that's how I got them, all legally, for 13 years, from 14 to 27. An interesting way to live. And that was, again, as I said, let's see, so I was 13, when was I 13? 42, 52, 54, 55. I was 13 in 1955. I know some of you don't even realize people were alive at that time, or that right now they could still be alive and vital and healthy and all that. And even though I'm older, and some of you, I heard someone say that she called herself an old lady, cracked the heck me up. She is 14 years junior to me, and I don't call myself an old lady, and she has a stunning figure, and very talented in many ways. You want to call me that? You can do that. And this person, this gorgeous, glamorous, wonderful woman, senior, is still going strong and also resting and relaxing. And that's part of what you do right now is go for higher possibilities. Make sure you're getting enough rest and renewal and that you're eating healthfully. Might you sometimes want to go off that? Yes. So occasionally, a bit you may. Don't make anything like so. No. Life isn't about such constriction. Then all kinds of attitudes, belief systems, vibrations are going to want to rebel and break free. Ooh, I can't do that. We're still healing. I am still healing my wrist. Not my wrist, my arm. Remember I said I fell? And now here too, so I still have to be quiet with that. Nerve. Okay? And allow yourself to really know that even though these can be what we can call trying times, and for me for sure, and I'm an empath, there were times it's like take your stuff and go, not to a friend, but to certain energies. They're not allowed in my house. They're not. They don't have to be allowed in your house, which means you don't bring it in, which means you have to work on whatever your stuff is. I can help you. I can definitely help you. But nobody can do it for you. That would be like asking them to have your orgasms for you. Would you like that? Somebody else have all your pleasure? Well, it's the other way also. We're responsible for that. I know as a kid, we all wanted to be on our own. Let me, I want freedom. Don't tell me what to do. Blah, 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 blah. That was certainly me also. Also very sweet and adorable and kind. And to be responsible, that means being responsible. Knowing how to respond. and doing it properly, not just chaotic and crazy, can do that sometimes. And I certainly understand that. And I said years ago, I said we need it, now we have it in different ways. Places all over the city. I'm from New York, okay, not now. Okay, now I'm in Costa Rica. All over the place where people could release pent-up feelings, whether it was screaming places with a therapist or something, facilitator. Now we have many different kinds of therapy. Many. And it's needed for all the years and people who didn't do anything. That stuff, yes, I almost said that. That stuff builds and builds and builds until you take responsibility for your stuff. Everyone is responsible for their stuff. Does that mean everyone takes responsibility and handles it? No, they don't. Some do, to some degree. Do all? No, they don't. But some do. And the leftover, sometimes people like myself, an empath, who in between lives I may have said, yes, I will do this. Right now, not so much a fan. Nonetheless, there are times when myself and others can feel engulfed with emotions that others have not dealt with. And it's up to us when it comes to us, and it comes to me sometimes like, bleh, to process it out. So I can come back to whatever is my quote-unquote normal, which is changing a lot now, especially as we navigate this whole thing with timelines. And although I've read how you shift them, and maybe I have, do I absolutely can promise you I know exactly how to do it? No. No. And I'm not going to. What I feel you do is be who you choose to be for real as much as possible. Affirm it, say it, feel it. Take those actions, and even you can jump and feel, see, say, declare that that's who you are. Not you're going to be, you are. Because if you're going to be, when? When do you get there? When? It's here and now. Water. Always be drinking the best water you can drink. For me, it's condom water. Right now, my machine needs to be fixed. And I will get to that ASAP. So let me read to you some of what I wrote for going for higher possibilities. And that's important. Whether you think you'll ever achieve them or not, these are going for higher possibilities. We allow ourselves the possibility of accomplishing it. We give ourselves many opportunities. We do not know how much we can, quote-unquote, scale things. Brett Braden has talked about experiments with scaling the mind up, that at a certain point in time it might have gone to a certain degree of what it could do, and then circumstance changed, and the mind was asked to go beyond, and surprise, surprise, it can. Can AI do that? Not if it's metal. As far as I know, and this is not my field of expertise, the metal isn't scalable in the same way our quote-unquote soft technology bodies are. Use AI as a tool and respect it. Do not use it to heal and do your life. There's that whole lose it or use it. No, use it or lose it. And it's been proven. I don't have that in front of me, but you can look. Greg Braden, Billy Carson, I'm not sure if Graham Hancock does that or if Regina Meredith does that. She's another wonderful person to follow. But if we don't use the gifts and talents we have in some kind of productive way, in some kind of regular frequency, it can start to disappear from you and your genetic line. Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't want, I don't choose for human beings to come back again to redo what got messed up now. And this whole thing with shifting timelines and possibility and the new earth and the old earth, and are you growing, and there's a billion earths and they're changing bazillions of times a second. You want to be on the new earth. Act it. Act it. As much as possible, do that now. That doesn't mean forcing yourself. That's not the new earth. It's not about forcing. It's not about racing. I'm born with an Aries ascendant. I know how to run. Well, maybe not run. I know how to move fast. And there's a place for it. But that's not how you do this. That's a shift internally. Be about it, even if it feels like you're making teeny, weeny, infinitesimal little changes. Congratulate yourself. Yay! You're doing it. And if and when you feel you can't or won't, I was intending to do a podcast yesterday. My energy was not quite there. My head was somewhat willing. My body, nah. So I didn't. And I thought I would do this podcast much earlier. I'm doing it now. So you're getting what you're getting. It's the best I have at the moment. I give thanks I can give this, because even though we have very simple production quality, I'm giving you brilliance. And if you do it, you will grow. And if you choose not to, or you're going to debate about it, oh, I don't have fancy this, or there's no fancy that, or I... Stop it. Release the judgment. And if you get a good feeling from any of this, do it. And as you start to see yourself evolve, definitely press like, love for us, subscribe, and share. Absolutely. Now, I'm going to read some of what I said, because we have like a minute and a half. Okay. Opening to higher possibilities. Center yourself inside. That's a daily thing. You may have to do it several times a day. You may have to do it every hour. Center yourself. Use the breathing attunements. Use affirmations. Do them. There's a lot of areas we absolutely do not know. So be aware of that. Humans, so much not yet known. You, so much you don't know. Acknowledge it and be willing to learn. We are intergalactic and more. Acknowledge that. Intergalactic beings are communicating with us. They have been for eons. I'm now calling my new art Audrye Intergalactic OmArt. Art that opens the heart. It is so pretty. Okay, so be aware, open to this. Number, what are you doing with your... Okay, we are getting enhanced abilities. Energies and frequencies are opening up. Stuff that we have, chakras are stuff that I don't even know what they are. And I'm up on most of this stuff, are opening up. According to some channels, new things are coming online. I'm so tired of that language. I'm not a computer. I don't care about that language. As far as I'm concerned, none of that is coming online with me. It's opening up and becoming aware and working online. Honey, this ain't no robot here. So what are you doing with your enhanced abilities? And then many spiritual groups. Oh yeah, there are many, 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 many spiritual groups now on the earth. Create your own, be with me, find others, evolve, 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 meditate, breathe, give thanks. And right now, that's what I'll say for some of you can do. There are some great podcasters, okay, many. I will give you names later because there are 30 minutes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings, 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 blessings. Yes, like, love us, share, and subscribe. Bye.